to you, Scott. I'm really glad you rang in. Let me give you these numbers again, because it's important to pass on this information given the conversation we're having. These are phone numbers which may be of use to you or someone you care about. Action on Addiction works across all areas of treatment, research, family support and professional education. The number is 0300 330 0659. Frank offers confidential advice and information about drugs, their effects and the law. Frank's number 0300 123 6600. And Narcotics Anonymous offers support for anyone who wants to stop using drugs. 0300 999 1212. And we will carry on this conversation between now and 7 o'clock. I just want to update you on the breaking news that Tim has been reporting. Shipping authorities have warned of a potential hijack involving ships off the coast of the United Arab Emirates. Sky News' Foreign Affairs editor Deborah Haynes has more.
UK Maritime Trade Organisations, which is this link to the Ministry of Defence and provides updates on maritime traffic, had reported this incident earlier in the day and just described it as a non-piracy incident, and then it subsequently updated its reporting and saying that this was a potential hijack, and a security source that I've spoken to told me that it's thought that this vessel, the Asphalt Princess, had been subjected to an unauthorised boarding. It seems that perhaps as many as 8 or 9 armed individuals boarded the tanker. Now, we don't know who they are. Obviously, this is in the context of the last few days, significant tensions in that region following the suspected Iranian attack on an Israeli-linked tanker on Thursday, which left a British security guard on board and a Romanian crew member dead. In the wake of that, the UK, the US, Israel, all calling out Iran over that attack, Iran denying it was involved, and yet a few days later, here we seem to have another pretty significant incident in the same region. This is in the Gulf of Oman, and we are waiting for further details on that. At the moment, the official line is that this is a potential hijack.
That's Deborah Haynes, Sky News' Foreign Affairs editor. More headlines now, 6:30. Tim Humphrey.
Most of the remaining coronavirus restrictions are being lifted in Scotland from Monday. It will mean nightclubs reopening, larger crowds gathering at events, and close contacts of positive cases skipping self-isolation if they're double jabbed and test negative. Ships are being warned of a potential hijack unfolding off the coast of the United Arab Emirates. The UK's Maritime Trade Agency has advised vessels on the area to exercise caution. It's understood 4 ships have reported losing control of their steering. A lockdown at the Pentagon has been lifted. Shots were heard at a metro station nearby with multiple injuries reported. The weather, showers fading during the evening. Some cloudy areas will persist across England and it will be mild there, but otherwise clear spells could lead to other chilly conditions, a low of 9.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast with Tom Swarbrick. Weekday mornings from 7. Gillian Keegan, the Minister for Apprenticeships and Skills. Is the government telling people to go back to work in office now?
Businesses will decide. We're not telling them what to do. Tasty watermelon, Lilo. Right, Sam?
Right.
Thanks, Sam.
You've been enlightening. If you're thinking of applying for a mortgage, credit card or loan, it pays to check your free Experian credit score at experian.co.uk before you apply.
Don't miss the career based on the incredible true story. It just sounds of an ordinary businessman.
Just be a career.
Turned extraordinary spy.
Just a career. The Russian stuff.
Critics are calling it a superbly tense spy thriller. Benedict Cumberbatch is excellent. The Courier, only in cinemas August 13.
Philip Schofield here. Did you know you can sell your car to WeBuyAnyCar.com in 3 simple steps? 1. Get a quote online in under 60 seconds. 2. Book an appointment at your local branch, usually
work tomorrow, and I could end up ruining my life again, and losing another job and things like that. I don't know really what else to say about that, but
What about support from people who love you?
the problem is with that, Eddie, is you can take it so far, and alcohol can make you like a bit of a sort of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde sort of thing. So you can be really nice when you're trying to be sober, and you are sober, but as soon as you take one drop, and we all know one drop for an alcoholic is the path to destruction and self-destruction, which I know more than most, I think. You become everybody wants to hate, and you exhaust your family, and it's so selfish to be doing that. And I've destroyed my family. I've worried them so much, to the extent that they constantly worry and debate whether to throw me out of the house and things like that. Like I don't live with them, but never to see them again. It's things like that, and obviously they help. They've helped a million times, but enough is enough for them, and it keeps going. And unless I don't know what help is out there, that's the problem. And you said before, with the previous caller, who was way more articulate than me and captured the mood of exactly what I want to say. I'm saying it awfully, but he said it brilliantly. And after it, you said you did all those helplines and that. I think the best helpline is Samaritans, because I think anybody who's looking to drugs or alcohol, the best thing you can do, even if you're a little bit drunk or anything like that, Samaritans actually talk to you. And from my experience at least, the best thing that you can do isn't addiction help or anything like that first. It's to talk to someone, because there's a reason you're depressed and you're using drugs and alcohol to numb your brain and take any feeling away and any emotion away, and that's how you're dealing with it.
We'll give the Samaritans number in a moment. It's a very good idea. I'm saying we'll give the number for the Samaritans in a moment. And by the way, you being perfectly articulate, please don't worry about that.
Yeah, sorry. It's just your previous guest was so brilliant. I can't believe LBC is doing a segment on this. I think that's absolutely brilliant.
What are you drinking, Joshua?
What I can say is that it's the worst thing I've ever done. It feels like you're going through hell.
What are you drinking now?
Oh God, I'm drinking vodka and lemonade. And when I say I'm a lot for vodka and a tip of lemonade. That's it.
And what's your plan for tonight?
Straight vodka.
What's your plan for tonight?
My plan is to try and drink myself into a sort of sleep coma, so that I'm ready for work tomorrow. But I know that I won't function at my full capacity, and I know I risk losing that job. And the weird part of it is, and I think a lot of people will agree with me, is when you're in that situation, you don't care. You don't care if you lose the job. And that's not because you want the substance so much. It's just you've lost all sense of, I don't know, you've lost all sense. That's the problem.
I'm really glad you called in, and thank you very much for doing so. You were perfectly articulate, and what you had to say will, I think, be heard in lots of different ways by different people. And I suspect, Joshua, it may help some people who are in a similar position to you. So, thank you. The number for the Samaritans who are there 24 hours a day, no matter what, calls are free and confidential. The number is 116 123, as recommended by Joshua and others. The number 116 123. It's 6:45. Tim Humphrey has the headlines.
Almost all of Scotland's remaining COVID restrictions will end next week. Ships have been warned of a potential hijack unfolding off the coast of the United Arab Emirates. A number of injuries have been reported after shots were fired at a metro station near the Pentagon. The weather showers fading this evening. There will be some cloudy areas which will be mild, but elsewhere clear spells could lead to chilly conditions, a low of 9.
LBC Travel, I'm Jade Louise Knight, and on the clockwise M25, all lanes